The boat behind me is a Sunseeker 74 motor yacht. So why don't we jump on board and take a look? Yeah, we've got this large swim deck, and you might be wondering what we've got in terms of tendering. Well, it's very, very clever. The tender section starts, including the stairs here. You can see that join just there, and it comes across and it ends just there to the left of that L. So that entire section, that LT and the stairs, that comes up, and that's where your tender lives. But there's actually more to the transom than that, and I think this is really clever. We've got a little fold-out bench seat there, so if people are in the water or you're sitting here, you're doing some snorkeling, whatever it is, you can sit there and just join in the fun. So I think that's a clever piece of Sunseeker design. And the other little surprise is behind this, and I wasn't expecting this, but there's an electric barbecue grill. That is a fantastic idea, because sometimes, you know, either you've caught something or you just, you know, you don't want to be downstairs grilling. You can be here enjoying the sun, grilling up something delicious, and maybe keeping an eye on who's in the water, or just being close to the water. I think that is really clever design. I'd love one of those. If I was buying one of these, I'd be optioning that. There's some storage down in there. There's laundry facilities down in that area. We won't go down in there. It's pretty full of stuff for the boat show. So let's come up into the aft cockpit. And the first thing that we're greeted with is this fantastic sun pad here, looking aft right out over the stern of the boat. This would be my position, I reckon, to come here. Of course, these backs here ratchet up, so you can be sitting up and having a look at the view when you're at anchor. Isn't that a fantastic place to be? I would love that, with some drink holders here, out in the sun. Beautiful. But you are still connected to everybody. We've got this huge section here, which is this big L-shaped dining section, which I think comfortably would be for, I don't know, at least 6 to 8 people. I think that table will leaf out, and what that means is that during the day you can use this either as we've got it now, which is almost sort of like in a more casual arrangement, so you've got a bit more space to walk around, or of an evening you can leaf that out and you've got full capacity to entertain all of your friends and guests on board. That's where we've just come up from. We've got the 2 gates there, which are good to have on board. Those steps take us up to the Flybridge. We'll go up there and have a look in a little while, and we'll also explore the 4 decks as well. But let's come inside the main deck salon, because it is a beautiful space. I should also point out that just before there, we've got an ice maker and fridges dotted around to make your entertaining easier. But inside the main deck salon, we're greeted with a very, very nice space. I think that my first feelings when I come inside here are light and space, and a very high quality of finishes. We've got this area here, which again you'll notice that table will leaf open. That pedestal looks like it might go up and down, so we could have that maybe a little bit lower to be used more as a coffee table, or as it is now for dining, and that will leaf open. And what a fantastic spot that is. Enormous windows. Sometimes when you sit down in a boat, the windows from a sitting position obscure some of your view, but I'm now sitting on the lounge and I've got 360-degree views out to see everything that there is. That's what you want. Fantastic. We've got some cabinetry here. In there there'll be things for, well, things like, if I open this up, things like this, Nothing very exciting, of course, but nevertheless, they are there. The television will be fitted sometimes behind there, and that might actuate up. I think on this boat, I think it's sitting behind there, and it's going to actuate up behind those two Helm seats. So we'd be sitting here and watching that television as it rises. But that's a lovely zone. And then if we move forward, we find this other fantastic zone where we've got another, like an occasional sitting area with one small step up, and that gives you a place to come and sit underneath the big skylight that we've got open at the moment, and the big windscreens and windows, and you're next to whoever's in control of the boat. These two fantastic Helm chairs, they are really something special. If you appreciate nice leather work, you can see the beautiful diamond stitching and quilting that's got into those chairs. They are very, very nice. You'd be proud to have those. And the Helm position is this. We've got the two Simrad multifunction displays here. We've got, what else can I see? Well, we've got the engine controls. We've got the digital throttles here, thrusters there, all of the switching just in front of me here, chart plotters, automatic pilot, everything that you would expect. And I'm standing up. The view out is fantastic, plenty of headroom above me, or if you wanted to, you could sit down and be a little bit more comfortable like I am now. And if you've got a long passage or a bit of driving, you'd be very, very comfortable here. But that is fantastic. That material there is anti-glare, so that's a very thoughtful piece of design. But I really do love the way light plays around in this 74. You've got this big atrium feeling. It's very, very nice. We're going to duck down in a minute and take a look at the accommodation in the galley, but let's just spin around one more time and enjoy that salon. Beautiful. So let's move down and have a look at the galley, the dinette area, and the three staterooms on this 74. What I think is fantastic about having a galley down configuration, obviously it gives you that space up on the main deck to enjoy, but it also gives you this very cozy, tucked away space where you can come down of an evening or in the morning and start your day. And I really do think it's a lovely place to come and be. Just to point out also, I think this is fantastic. We've got a wine cooler here, and I just noticed this. It's a little sneaky place to pop some glassware. That is super clever. That is very nice. I love that. All right, so we've got a terrific little L-shaped galley here. We've got the electric hobs in front of me there. Plenty of counter space for a coffee machine, oven there. Still a very good sized sink, and I like the fact that they've integrated in some drainage into the sink. You don't often see that, but I think it's a really useful addition to have. We've got another little waste area here, so that's a great place. Nice window out that opening section, so if you are cooking, you want to get some ventilation through there, you can do that. Decent size dishwasher like this, and then again a pretty decent sized fridge freezer. Actually, you can see that we've got two. Now one of those might be a fridge drawer and one might be a freezer drawer. Sometimes you can configure those either way, but again, plenty of chilling space. And then that's positioned next to this lovely little nook here. This is a great little place to come down and have your breakfast or dinner, or even just come down and relax during the day if you want to get out of the sun or the weather. I really like how cozy that is, tucked away, really nice ambience. You can see we've also got some spaces here for crockery and plates, and you can see we've got a big champagne bowl up there, but a good amount of storage for all of those types of things. Very, very nice. It's got a very nice ambience down here. Would be a very, very nice place to come and sit down, watch the television that's just opposite you there. The day head is behind this door. It looks like this. Very, very nice cabinetry. Again, I love the use of this marble tiling. It is very, very nice. It's a full day head and a very, very generous rainfall shower as well. It's very, very nice. It does service during the evening one of the other guest rooms. I'll show you what that looks like, because the next stop on this tour is the accommodation. So let's do that now. There's a 3-cabin 2-head layout, a 3-head layout rather, on this 74. We're in the bow of the boat. This is the VIP stateroom, typical Sunseeker, beautiful use of contrasting materials on the surfaces. We've got some really nice kind of what's like a woven material here. The use of these rounded edges just gives it an elevated feel. Good sized windows with some opening sections, really important. And above those windows, this is area for some storage, if I can find the latch. There's lots and lots of these, so plenty of space for you to come in. They're quite deep in different areas, they're quite deep, so heaps of space if you need it to come and pop whatever you've got on board. This is a full length hanging locker. There's even space in there for a Dyson vacuum cleaner. Under the bed, there's more storage. So clever use of space and a great aesthetic as well. And there's also a really nice little vanity area there, or that could also be used as a little office if you wanted to come down with your laptop and do some work. You've got the ability to do that. But again, you wouldn't expect anything less from Sunseeker, just a very, very nice stateroom. I'm going to move back a little bit, back out into that galley area and down into the second of the VIP staterooms, which is this one, which is set up as 2 singles, and they're very big singles actually. Sometimes these can be slightly on the narrower side, but they're definitely not that. These are very good size, full adult single beds, very nice. And when I step down, there is a ton of headroom. If you look in the mirror there, you can see me, you can see my arm. It's pretty good down here. You'd be very, very comfortable. I'm guessing, looking at that rail at the back there, that track, that this would actuate across to make a double if you wanted it. And I might be corrected, but I'm going to bet that I'm right, that this could form a double if you wanted. So that's excellent flexibility. If you are staying down here, you've got a fantastic amount of natural light. It's pretty early morning here, but the light's streaming in. We've got a very big opening section there. So this feels like, to me, would be a very, very comfortable berth to be in for a few days or even longer. And it's serviced by that same head that I showed you in earlier. So of an evening, this could be your own ensuite. Behind me, there's a hanging locker for the guests down here, which is good. And I think this has been serviced really well for whoever's going to be in here. So that's the second of the 3 cabins, and then the third, of course, is the owner's, and that's just forward of where I am now. There's some extra storage along the way, more for like pantry storage, but it's nice to see that. And then let's step into this beautiful big full beam owner's cabin. Isn't this spectacular? I'm going to pull back a little bit so you can just see how big this is. That is wonderful. The full beam of the boat, I think this area in front of me is particularly attractive. Lots of storage. I'm a fan of these sort of vanity areas like this with the mirrors and places to put your bits and pieces. Again, this could be a place to do some work, that little pull-out ottoman style there. But look at the window sections, they are enormous. This does feel very, very big and spacious. I'm sure those big window sections are contributing to that. Again, beautiful use of materials down here, contrasting materials. If we have a look over on that port side, you can see that the owners have chosen to configure that with a little lounging seating area. Great place to bring down a morning coffee, start your day, read a book. I see this more and more in boats, in owners' cabins, and I think it's a lovely use of this space. But you could, if you want to, just have, again, similar to what we saw on the starboard side, just lots of storage space if you wanted that. But I think that's particularly nice. It's a very, very nice owner's cabin. Great sconces on the wall there, and a great size TV. In terms of storage and cabinetry, we've got a big, it's not quite a walk-in, it's somewhere in between, but very generous. I'm going to open those sections up, you can see those, even a safe, and then hanging space there, which is great. A place to throw your overnight bags or luggage on the floor like that. And then the ensuite looks like this. Beautiful. I don't know, you can tell me if you're a fan of this sort of Venetian blinds that we can see here. I think they're very cool. I do like them, particularly when they're done in like a timber like these are. I think they're really nice. Again, that beautiful cabinetry, the way that contrasts against that marble tiling. Lots and lots of bench space and a nice big rainfall shower for the owners to enjoy. Fantastic. All right, let's move out of here and we'll head back up. So still a few areas to show you. We're going to move up port side and past these fuel and water fillers, and we're going to go and have a look at the foredeck area. Nice high handrails, actually well above my waist, which is terrific. Up one small step and onto this fantastic area. I think this is where you'd find me of an afternoon. Have a look at this. Doesn't that look fantastic? Great sun lounging here for a few people. Those backrests they'll ratchet up, somewhere to put your drinks as well. We've got a place to store things like covers under there. There's another one of those on the other side. And then we've got this area over here, which this has got a multitude of possibilities, hasn't it? You can see just down to the side there, we've got bimini poles. So if you want, you can provide yourself with some shade if it gets a little bit too hot in the day for you, or you could have it as it is now in the morning sun and just be out here with your breakfast, having an absolute fantastic time with everybody on board. At the end of the lounge there, you can see we've got some pull-out, actually not pull-out, they're like a little flip-out, but refrigeration, cooling, so a great place to tuck your drinks, etc. So you don't have to dive back inside for those. But that is a wicked area, isn't it? Look at that. That's really special. Okay, we're going to move back down starboard side because I want to take you up to show you the fly deck. So let's pop up here. This is one of my favourite spots on any boat that has one, and that's the fly deck. Let's start with this helm. That is a fantastic looking helm. Two smaller multifunction displays, but we're over on the port side, so we've got those thrusters there, and that's very convenient because we can just lean over, see the entire length of the boat. That'll make berthing it much easier. Great way in which it's all color coded, looks terrific with the engine controls there. That is fantastic. And what's lovely, I think, is the way in which all of the lounging, everything connects to itself. So we've got some forward-facing lounging here for 3 or 4 people, and that's great to be sat here while you're underway talking to the owner or the skipper who has ever control of the boat. That's terrific. And then behind us we've got the lounging dinette area, and this is pretty flexible as well because that table will leaf in and out if we want to use it for dining, or if we want to use it something more casual like it is. We've got that. And then this area I think is particularly clever. This can be a couple of things. It can be a big sun pad like it is now, but also you'll notice there that the backrest is on a mechanism, so that will come up and that backrest will end up there, which means you'll have more a dining area with a little bit of like a sun pad off the back there. There's a little refrigeration drawer there, and then underneath here we've got a grill, so you can do some grilling up here if you want, if you don't want to go downstairs and use the galley in the lower deck. You can do that, but really lovely space. And depending on the weather and depending on what you like, you can completely fold this bimini soft top all the way down and have this completely open, or have it as it is now where we've got quite a bit of shade and protection. But let me come forward and spin around so you can just enjoy that view before we head down. Fantastic. So excited to be able to get on board and show you this today. I've loved it. If you have, make sure you like it. Leave me a comment, just say thanks Scott. When you do those things, it really helps the algorithm. It tells YouTube that this is great content. That helps me grow my channel, but more importantly, it helps us get on board the best boats and make the most fun and the best content. So do that, and that'd be fantastic. But I reckon we'll wrap it up here. I'm out in the foredeck enjoying the morning sun. What a great day. I'll see you on another video real soon. Bye for now.